gentlemen, I have to get ready to this game right from the get-go. Go ahead and get the action. Rise is going to throw down his Q onto the Lux. Is going to be able to do some pretty heavy damage. Now Lux is going to be able to light binding the both of them. And here comes Jarvan, probably going to kind of look for a dunk, but he's not going to have the damage, I think, to take them both out by himself. And the Lux is low on mana and life as well. We're going to try to get into this one right now from the get-go. Actually, hold on. Vayne is taking down the Kajik. Kajik is forced to flash. Vayne's going to flash tumble right after. This is Curse Boy Boy. Got to keep that in mind. He actually does miss the tower, not able to get the extra damage off the stun. That extra auto will not kill him. Anyway, back to what I was saying. I'm going to get right into this one from a little later than I normally try to do these games, but I couldn't pass up seeing both X Special and a Curse Void Boy in the same team in the same game, no less. So I had to go ahead and do that real quick and try to get this one out for you guys. Now this is a pretty interesting game right from the get-go. As soon as I got in, there was action. I loaded in and literally, boom, things were happening. And that, my friends, is a big deal. To me, at least. Maybe not to you guys, but I care. Alright, well, we're going to leave this on directed camera. As I said before in previous videos, I actually cannot have my camera on anything but directed, as I will miss basically everything, because the camera will lock right on the screen it was previously on, and I cannot move it, and I have to basically abandon that game entirely. It's a really big deal to me, and I want to get good coverage out for you guys. So I'm just going to let it get to the directed camera. There's going to be some cases where maybe I'll try to move it around if I feel if the camera is not doing its job very well. But I seem to used to have a habit before the spacebar glitch happened. I just always tap spacebar after I did something, and got me a lot of extra movement time, which is a pretty big deal. We're going to see some pretty heavy action going on right now in the beginning of this match, but so far it seems like it's calmed down a little. But these games usually go in that kind of fashion. Actually, we're gonna get the Rune Prison down on him. Oh wow, Vayne's doing pretty heavy damage to this poor solo top Thresh. Lily's gonna do some auto harass down with some glitter lances. It's not gonna hit anybody. Draven's gonna probably be able to out damage this Tristana immensely. He does have his Bilgewater Cutlass. That's gonna be an early Blade of the Ruined King. The Tristana doesn't really have much else in the way of items. Hudorn's pickaxe and his boots finished. That is one thing that Draven does not have, is finished boots. And it does stand to say that the Tristana is 2-0-2 and the Draven is 0-2-1. Looks like Vayne's going to pop the ulti once more. I'm going to try to get a condemn here, I think. Nope, going to run away. The Rise is coming up from behind. Lux is coming out to help her friendly Vayne. And the Jinja was coming up from behind. She did have Ghost going. Ghost is now down. Does not have Flash. Going to try to make my way over there. Get you guys a little bit of the action going on here. It looks like we're going to have a laser beam coming out from Lux. We're going to have to do it into the Demacia. You're going to have to flash that wall. Going to instantly crumble it as well. I don't know who's going to win this fight. Looks like he's going to get the instant pop-up. We'll have to go back over here. He's going to get the pop-up with his standard tower. Goes down in the bottom lane. Not going to have to do anything after that. He's going to leave it alone. Oh, wait, Thresh is coming now. Actually, John is going to go down in the bottom lane. Going to have a pretty big deal there. The Lulu actually picks that one up. X Special is going to pick off the Janna. Not the greatest idea, but hey, it doesn't matter really. As long as the AD carry got the assist, and you're not doing it very often. Now the Vayne's going to do ridiculously heavy damage to this Kajik. This Vayne is a really interesting pick for the solo top. That's actually something we've seen a lot more often recently with the emergence of Quinn. She doesn't really fit the AD carry role as well as she does a solo top role. She has a lot of abilities that basically let her be a very good solo top. She has an AoE sight-giving ability around her, so she's fighting anyone, or before she fights somebody, she can go ahead and blow that and get a little bit of extra vision, so she knows if she's going to be in trouble or not. And then you've got her just bruiser ability almost for an AD, which is really strange to me. She has her regular, she's two characters technically in one, Quinn and Valor. Valor being her ultimate, basically. She transforms into her giant eagle and does some pretty amazing things with it. Wow, actually he's going to actually get the kill here. Holy crap, the damage coming out of this Thresh is ridiculous. His name is throwing me off, in case you're wondering. It's ridiculous. I didn't expect that much damage to come down onto the Vayne. He did manage to get her to take 2 tower shots. That's a pretty big deal. Actually, barely touching the edge of that Lucent Singularity. It's gonna cost him a little bit of HP. Eek, got another one. I am familiar with that name on the Rise. I don't know if there's anyone of a higher level, but he's in this match, so he must be a pretty good player. I definitely like to find these kind of matches to show you really high high elo play, and it's pretty common to see these kind of things. So that's a pretty easy dragon, completely free dragon as well. Thresh is going to go ahead and shove the lane and go back to base. Rise is going to look to take down these Wraiths here real quick. He's going to do moderate damage to him. Doesn't have his ulti to blow them all in once, so he's going to be able to do that a little slower than he probably wanted to. And they do have Draven coming to look like he's going to take some solo mid-farm. And looks like Xinjiao is just kind of waiting in the wings. They don't really have words on Jarvan's location. Or do they? Okay, they do, because I thought they were standing on top of one or not, but they do. And wow, barely missing the timing on that. He's going to be able to take it and get away. Now, Draven's going to get caught out here inside of the Jarvan ulti into the Lucent Singularity. He's going to get hit by that. The Lux laser is down. She tried to steal the blue buff with it. Not going to be able to do that in time. She was a little late on the get-go, but she didn't have any sight on it. Barely sight. Probably could just barely see the edge of it, and thought she might be able to steal it in time, but the Jinzhao's dash was just fast enough to take it. Now here comes Lulu and Tristana, barely missing that binding. Tristana's gonna not land the slow with it, and John is gonna knock him up. Gonna get the Lucent Singularity to hit him, but she does not have her ulti for at least another 12 seconds. Boom, there we go. He's gonna fly in there. He's gonna assist the crap out of this Thresh. Getting stunned on air right there. That was a little unfortunate. She does not have her speed boost, but she is ghosting right now, so there's just really nothing they can do to stop that. And he's going to get away. Chris Webway also, once again, being one of the premier solo tops in the League of Legends scene. Wow, really big dive coming from here. I was about to say, if he is actually going to do that, I will be impressed with him. Now he's still trying. Needs to be careful. If Vayne was in condemn range right there, he was a goner. That's something you might not want to do in a higher elo match like this. Jhin might have been able to dash south of the range, but I don't know for sure. Draven's like, no, I'll just kill you now. He's going to trade for it, though. Yep, easy trade right there. A little bit of a mistake from him. He Rise did teleport in, didn't he? Okay, well, they're going to be able to push the tower, I guess. Rise is going to take a... No tower shot here. Going to try to do some pretty decent poke damage. Lux is going to try to get the... Get it away. X special with the clairvoyance? No, Lux with the clairvoyance, interestingly enough. The Lulu is taking massive damage. Wow, the Lux is giving it right back in return. Does have the laser, but he's not quite low enough. He turned around. She does have it. Ooh, wow, really good flash right there. He's going to not want to walk into that. He's going to get caught by that. Either way he goes, he was kind of doomed there, but it's not going to matter. She's not going to have the cooldowns. And Lulu is going to go down. I don't know what X special was thinking there, trying to flash in on him like that. But didn't prove useful at all. Just feeding the kill to the Rise. Now Vayne has purchased her Blade of the Ruined King. That's going to allow her to do ridiculously good damage on top of her already ridiculously good damage. Pretty common item right now on most AD carries or any AD bruisers in general is the Blade of the Ruined King, giving you basically what the Ultimate Dreads did, kind of a percentage life thing, but now it gives you life steal as well. And it gives you a really nice active stealing, 15% of their as a current or maximum, current-ish maximum, whatever it might be. See if I can find one. Somebody purchased one. Vayne did. Targets maximum HP, giving you that back in life steal. Basically, it steals it, actually takes it from them and gives it to you, which is really, really strong. Wow, there's a pretty dead Tristana here. He's actually going to be okay this time. Flashing after the ulti, causing him to take only one tower shot instead of two, which probably would have killed him. Now the Lux needs to be a little careful. She does actually manage to take that and will take the kill from him. And the Jarvan is doing really well with his ultis this game. Only I think one bad one that might have been not that good, but the Jinzhao did flash out of it, but that's okay. He still has really good ultis, better than most people you'll see on regular servers. Look, there we go. Wasn't even a crit, and that was the damage he's inflicting to this Thresh, who doesn't even have that much HP yet. Oh, he's going to go for this. I actually managed to get it. Ooh. Wow. Took the tower shot. Oh, man. That was a really ridiculously long-range condemn. As the Thresh is very little bit surprised for. Which I'm not going to lie to you, that was a really long condemn. It went basically from the tower to the wall on the other side by the bush. That's pretty far. I'm not going to lie to you. Now, I don't know if any of you are keeping up to date with reignofgaming.net. Great website. If any of you don't know about it, go look it up. Google it, or I'll even leave a link in the description below. It's a great website. It pretty much gives you all the League of Legends up and comings before, it's on Riot's site or other websites or something like that. But anyway, as I was saying, it's a great website. Has that's probably one of the coolest, I think, ever I'm sorry, I was a little fascinated by that. It's got a really, really nice thing that it does for you. It gives you up-and-coming things. It gives you stuff like, skins, patch notes, or pre-patch notes, or the PvE patch notes. And if you're curious about what that is, it's a public beta environment. That's basically the, testing servers for everything League of Legends related. It gives you up-and-coming champions before you might find them anywhere else. It gives you a lot of really interesting stuff. Probably the most... I think it's the farthest advanced in the news department, considering that what it does. I think it is literally the farthest ahead. So that's a pretty big deal, watching that kind of stuff, which is awesome. I really like to keep up to date. Not necessarily know stuff before it happens, but just to keep up to date is probably my favorite thing to do. Here comes Jarvan doing work here. He's going to Demacia him. He's going to have to break that wall immediately. He's going to flash it. Really good instincts coming out. Wow, ulti coming out from the Lux. Ulti coming out from the Lulu. Freaking Kajix. Thresh is here. I don't know what Jarvan's going to do. He's got to deal with Draven and basically the rest of the team. They're going to try to flash out of this. The Thresh is not going to land his death sentence on anybody. Lulu is going to be rune prisoned by the Rise, and the Draven's going to do massive damage, getting the kill. The Ignite going down onto the Xin Zhao. I don't know if he'll survive it. Barely survived one more tick and he would have died, and Lux is still here. She could easily kill somebody with her ulti, but it has at least 10 seconds left on it. She's going to get 2. Death sentence not landing. Rise is back. Going to do really heavy damage. Actually, Thresh taking that one with his auto attack. Thresh having a really potent auto attack for someone who is considered a support carry. Alright, well, he actually is kind of considered a support carry. He can support really well, and he can carry also from the top and the mid lane as AP or AD. They're both very, very effective. Plus, I've noted that the top tower did go down right there. So this is a pretty fun game so far. And as I was saying before all that crazy action happened, ReinaGaming.net is a really good website if you want to know any kind of up-and-coming stuff. It's pretty cool. It's the most advanced, I want to say, in news. I don't know any other website off the top of my head anyway. Don't quote me on that. I'm sure somebody has one, or it's at least equal to that amount of awesome. So that's a pretty big deal for us on the media side of gaming, so we know what's going on now. Wow, he's going to get a really big condemn off right here. He's going to do pretty heavy damage. He's going to get slowed. He's going to try to fight this Vayne. Vayne's going to try to fight these two. He's not going to be able to fight the Janna and the Xin Zhao. Xin Zhao is actually going to knock her out. Here comes the Draven ulti, going to pick up the assist as well. Wow, really good teamwork coming out from the purple team. Even though the Vayne did pick out the Thresh in conjunction, it wasn't really a big deal. Boom! Flash over the wall by Axe Specialist. Not going to be able to really get away. He's kind of surrounded at this point. They kind of spread out in a weird fashion, so I don't think it's not going to be a big of a deal. Xin Zhao's looking kind of low. You might just want to back right there. It looks like he is going to. The Lulu's going to probably be able to get away from this Rise. A flash comes out or something crazy. But he doesn't have any summoner spells. Neither does Draven, for that matter. Actually, nope, Draven's flash is up. So Xin Zhao's just going to go ahead and go back to base. Lux is here. Jarvan is here. They're going to be able to defend this. And whoa, that damage is ridiculous. He jumped so far with that standard leap right there. Going to instantly Demacia over to Rise, getting a lot of damage down. Going to have a really long channel Janna ulti coming up. People underestimate the power of Janna's heal. As it is basically, oop, here comes another jump. Oh, wow, really good flashes, but doesn't matter. It's going to be able to get that double kill right there coming out of this Tristana. Tristana doing really well right now. Hi, Echo sounds really familiar. I feel like I know that name, but I'm not 100% sure who it might be. Xin Zhao's going to get caught out here by these three. Lux is going to be able to do some pretty good damage to him. She does not have her ulti, but it will be up very soon. In fact, it's up now, and she misses, but barely. Doesn't hit anyone with it. Ah, what a shame. Could have been a really nice kill right there. Vayne is on her way, but... Ooh, wow, really good play right there. Actually using the active on Blade of the Ruined King to stop Draven from going back. Otherwise, she wouldn't have landed the auto in time. It would have followed him back to base. Pretty good play right there. It's funny how her auto attack range didn't get was shorter than the actual Blade of the Ruined King active. I always thought it was a little smaller, but hey, whatever, you know. Blade of the Ruined King is probably one of the strongest items in the game right now, I think. It's picked up on pretty much every AP carry. It was continuously buffed recently in the past couple quick fixes and patches to give it more damage versus this current League of Warmogs and just HP in general of high HP at Bruisers being able to easily take down AD carries because they don't have a purchase item of Madreds anymore as it was removed. Interesting how they changed the concept of making the game tankier but removing the item that countered tankiness. It was a little weird in my head, but if that's how the game is going to be played for them, I mean, this is their game. They do, do this kind of stuff, and it all balances out in the end, I guess. But right now, it's definitely a problem where bruisers are literally just able to dive on an AD carry with the assistance of the AP carry on the enemy team. If your front line isn't doing a really good job of peeling off targets, then it's really weird. Team comps are kind of based around that. Really good peel, really good protection, really good CC. If you look at both these teams, we can go over that real quick while we're waiting for a little bit of action to happen. You have 2 AD carries on the blue team, which is actually a trend we've been seeing since Quinn. She was labeled AD carry, but she fits the role of a solo top much better. Fits the role of a solo top much better, which is something we have to consider when we're making team comps in the professional games, and they're not really all that just interested in breaking meta as it is a professional game, so they're going to want to make sure everything is standard and they can play it well and they know how the team comps work. I mean, we've seen some pretty odd team comps that have worked in tournaments in the past, because not every team comp has to be meta. But let's go ahead and go back to the team. There are 2 AD carries in this case. Solo top Vayne was a really interesting choice. Vayne is a very good duelist. She can fight people one-on-one pretty well, and she can fight multiple targets if properly farmed and at least built okay. She doesn't have to be, grandly built, but it's not bad for her to want anything else. Jarvan's going to get caught out here by the team. Jinzhao's going to be able to knock everyone away from his intended target, which looks like he's going to go down for it. Echo picks that one up. That's to be the Tristana. It does have Condemn. No, he's going to flash the wall. Wow, if the Condemn had come out right there, would have been huge. The Jukebox is going to take him down. The Jukebox, I think I've seen another game earlier. He was playing Nidalee. Actually, yeah, he was in another game of mine. Playing Nidalee, he did really well as Nidalee. Interesting how he picks Lux, another skill shot-based hero. This is 25 minutes in. It feels like it's a 40-minute match. God, I've had to talk so much. Didn't have a break once this game. It's really exciting. I love games like that. Don't get me wrong. I'm definitely not complaining. Looks like we might not get a game out of this just yet, but they're definitely going to take an easy inhib, clear the wave, and then back off. Pretty good choice of purchases here coming out on the team. But God, I'm getting sidetracked hard. All right, let's focus now. Let's go ahead and get down onto the team comps. We have a 2 AD carry potential double damage lane. You kill Tristana, you still have to deal with Vayne. You kill Vayne, you still have to deal with Tristana. That's a really difficult option right now. That opens up a lot of choices in damage. Now, one thing to consider, they picked a really good front line, which is Lulu and Jarvan. Lulu and Jarvan are ridiculously good at keeping people alive and just being really annoying up front in the fight. Lulu being a support is one of the weird ones. She isn't squishy, and she has the potential to still do pretty decent damage, which is really cool and something we like to see. Jarvan being one of the best area denials in the game and just an all-around, fat man. He could really block and soak up some damage. And wow, barely missing that blue buff right there. Really good play coming out of this Lux. She's just calling these blue buffs left and right. But this Lux did play a ridiculously good Nidalee match as well. Not surprised she's doing well with Lux. But as I was saying, they do have really good frontmen. And then they have the Lux to round out the damage and snipe from the back. Vayne can get in there and do really good damage if he's building kind of tanky, which he actually is. He's building a lot of HP. He's got, damage already, but just being Vayne and mild AD, he can still pull off really, really good damage. And then we have to look at the purple team. Kind of a standard support AD carry lane with another interesting solo top choice being the Thresh. Thresh is a great solo top option. He really, really is. He's not terrible. Really good AP carry, really good solo top. He's just an all-around good character. Oh, wow, Jinzhao should not have gone into this. Alright, we're going to go ahead and get into this fight. Jarvan's going to go ahead and ulti in the back of the wall. The boxes come up. It's not going to stop anyone. Tremendo coming out on the Jarvan, and not going to be enough to stop him. Looks like Draven's going to go down to the Lux. Another kill coming out to the Lux, and the Condemn into the wall. Going to be able to pick another one off. That's another ace, I'm pretty sure, for one. Nope, not quite an ace. Thresh is there, but he's not going to be able to defend 4v1. He's not fed in any way, and he's just not going to have a good day, I think. A lot of giggling coming out of this team. Really, really obnoxious. Those two in conjunction, that was quite potent. The giggles were there. Alright, boom. Ace coming out. Thresh not able to pick off the kill onto the Vayne. It's going to be a pretty big deal. They're probably going to get the ace into the kill right here. I don't think oh, wow, actually, no. 3 are up, but they did take both of the Nexus towers. Draven is here. Draven is trying to do really good damage. He's not going to be able to fight him. Wow, Tristana chunking him. Good lord, here comes Xin Zhao. Not going to be able to binding. Going to be able to hit the Janna. Janna's probably going to go down. There's the auto attack to kill the Janna. Draven's still trying to do really good damage here. Ryze is almost in range. Actually gets the Rune Prison off during the jump. She's going to flash it. Going to kill the Draven with it. Getting a double kill coming out on this Lux. Not going to be able to do anything. X Special's in the middle of all this. Lux is there. Going to be able to shield the X Special. X Special's going to pick off the kill onto the Ryze. We're going to have to get onto the Xin Zhao. The reset on the jump. And there's the GG. The minions will win it for him. And the surrender vote. Whoa. Double explosion, guys. It's like a double rainbow. Alright, well that was a really exciting game. I'm glad I can get that out to you. I'm going to try to scope some more of those games out for you guys today. I really want to get a lot of coverage out. I've lacking in coverage in the past couple weeks, and I want to change that. I'm going to try to get some game commentaries in eventually. They're probably going to be after game commentaries. I don't have time currently to do in-game commentaries and these shoutcastings, along with getting a lot of game time and personal time in with the wife and family and all that noise. So I will be able to get back to you on that in the future, but as of today, I think I'll try to put up at least 3 shoutcasts for you guys today. So look forward to those, and if you are already like the channel, subscribe to it, do whatever you want, post a comment below, tell me how I did, and I also leave links in the description for both the Facebook, Twitch, and I think the website, if it's still up and running. I don't remember if I took it down for a moment to do a little bit of editing, but I definitely could use a web editor. If anyone wants to leave me a drop, I will start leaving my email in the comment below, and the comments below as well, or not the comments, but the description, that you can email me about things if you want to try to apply. I'm pretty much open for everybody as long as you know what you're doing. And that'll be it from us here today at Casual Team Gaming. And as always, I want to remind you all to keep it casual and keep gaming.